All right, so we're going to talk about, we're going to do a little bit about trend line breaks and how to get into these trend line um, strategies. So first of all, we'll go over a bearish one, right? Um, so these are just scalps. We're not trying to take the whole market, but like just for instance, this I'm using Rankos. They're set to $5 right here, traditional. And you can use whatever candles you want, but this is just Brancos are really easy to use. But this right here is a 200 tick drop, so that's a pretty nice move. Um, and I would take that all day long. My standard trade is looking. I'm looking for 80 ticks, so um, that's a pretty good move. So we want to draw ourselves a trend line, right? So we get right. Well, first of all, you would draw this one right here, okay? And say you come in and you saw this and you saw this break here. Well, do we take it? No, we don't. And why? Well, I want you to really think about what's going on. I want you there's no liquidity being grabbed, and I'm going to give you a little lesson on liquidity and when to actually enter trades. Okay? So, we're going to just call this candle right here a car. A car like you're driving on the highway, right? And since we're going up, it is traveling this direction, right? Well, did this car overtake any cars over here? Did it take any cars? No, it didn't. It did not pass this car, and it did not pass this car. Obviously, none of these cars over here, right? So we are not going to take a trade unless a car, what I call this is the car, passes another car. So it's that simple. And so this one is invalidated. Then we go, okay, so it comes down, it starts going up again. So we wait and we get a break in trend again. Did this car take any cars? Well, yeah, it passed this car and this car and this car and that car and this car, and it took a lot of cars. So that thing took liquidity, right? And then we got a trend break. So yeah, that would be very worthy of getting into a scalp there. And this would be a 4.23 if you caught the whole bottom, which you would, because what do you do when you how to get out of the exit out of this is you wait for price to break back up above it, right? To close. You want the candles to close. So there's a 3.81, the 179 ticks. And all you did was just draw a trend line and wait for the car to pass the car. That's it. And obviously we know we're bearish because we made lower highs and higher lows, and we're starting to come down. So we would be trading with trend. So what about this one? So we get a break. Would you take this long? No, it didn't take any cars. It's above everything. No, I'm not taking that long. But we're bearish. So we are looking for, would you take this short right here, this break? Well, yeah, I would. It took this top. So depending on your risk management, would you have lost this trade or won it? Well, that depends on how you do your stop loss. Um, but then if you did go tight stop loss and lose, well then here you go. You got a second chance. Did this take any cars over here? Yeah, it took some cars over here. So you can get into the short right here. And then we're trading down however you want to trade down. There's 123 ticks. Well, if you're trading futures, this is NASDAQ, so we would trade, we would get, what is that? Calculator, 5 times 123 ticks. One contract of $1,615 right here. This one, a little more. But you could hold it if you wanted to. I wouldn't. I would just keep scalping. Um, and I would just wait for highs, like the cars, to take the cars. So, do these win? Yes, but you don't know they're going to win. This is a higher probability that this is going to be a win because this car right here took this car, right? This one didn't take anything. This one didn't take anything. This one didn't take anything, but this one did. So you could get into this trade here and you could go for however many you want, however many ticks, however you want to take profit. If you could use like a moving average or something to take profit with, maybe put like a let's try a moving average real quick. Add one on there. There you go. You could trail the moving average. What is that set to? 55. Go with 21. Maybe 21 to help us. Yeah, look at that. See, and then we could trail the moving average, and then you get a really big trend break. So you notice this. Now you might not notice this. You might notice this, but you get a trend break up, and it rejects this trend right here, right? Well, did this low take any cars? Hell yeah, it took some cars. It took all these cars. Look at all these cars it took. So we're pushing up now, and it took all these cars, and it broke the downtrend, right? Even if you don't want to get on this low, well, here's your chance right here. Well, I mean, it's a double bottom, but even this one right here, you could say you could get in on because this one took some cars. The low took these lows right here, right? And so you could wait till you find that perfect car taking car and enter in on the trade here. And then you could trail your 21 EMA or however you want to execute the trade, right? But this obviously went, well, this was from 7 in the morning to 10:16 in the morning and it went up 1,000 ticks. That's pretty freaking awesome for getting into a trend break strategy with car taking a car and using a 21 EMA to trail your trade. That's pretty slick. Now we can use other tools that help us, which that's the daily zone of the first light beacon. We can go into these tools here that will help us get into these trades, and we can. That comes with a the beacon line that lets you know to stay into the trade. We'll go into like 120 minutes since we're using a 5-minute blocks. But yeah, see this leaves right here and the beacon line at the same time, and it really helps you get into those trades. And then the signaler really helps you get into the trades. See this? This was the dump from FOMC and the first light beacon, along with the signaler, which is another indicator that comes with it. The signal by breakout hunter. That's what this is right here in the background. The sell signals in the background colors, and all these dots up here. When all these are red, it's go time. When all those are green, it's go time. But you're below this right here, so you could have traded this whole FOMC drop if you wanted to. You could have got it on the first signal up here somewhere, and then you just trailed the first light beacon, this zone back here, which is the 2-hour candle, and you just could have just trailed it the whole way down because it's printing before price gets there. And then yeah, it'd have been a hell of a time. But let me show you one more trick on catching reversals. Right, let's turn these off for a second. So just have a nice clean chart to work with. So say you're wanting to know if you're in an actual reversal or not. This is the cream of the crop, right? Are we actually gonna pop the reversal? Did we break the trend up, like this right here? And is it actually reversing and going up? Well, there's a really easy way to tell that, and I'm going to show it to you real quick. And this is the sauce, man. I don't know if I should show people this stuff. I do have like a group that takes trades and things, and if I show everybody how I get into trades, and I'm not going to be needed, am I? But you know what? I really don't care because it isn't the point of the club. So every now and then I'm going to throw out a bone. So here we go. This is what I'm going to show you. Once you get your break, that's not your trade, right? Not for a swing reversal. What you want to do is you want to wait for there to be a pullback, right? Like a major pullback, like a pullback that takes liquidity. Okay? And that's this one right here. This one right here. Because if you look at it, this candle's here. Well, this didn't really take any liquidity. There's no lows for it to take. I mean, it took this wick, but no. This one didn't take any liquidity, right? This one kind of did. I guess you could maybe start looking what I'm about to show you. But this one definitely did. And it's going to be very obvious when it does this. And this is very obvious right here. This low right here is obvious, right? It's obvious to me. It should be obvious to you. It is an obvious I'm taking liquidity. It's not some little rinky dinky little wiki candle or nothing. It's a drop that goes back up, and it's obvious as hell. And once you get that, you just want to take your fib, okay, and draw it like this. So you just want to take the beginning of the swing, the candle to the top, okay? And what you want to do is you want to get a break of the 2-7 line right here, okay? And you want to get a retest down here. And this is going to tell you if you're in, I mean, not 100% all the time, but it's a very good probability that you're in a swing reversal. So we get a, let me go over it again real quick. We get a break of the trend, okay? And then we finally get a lower low off of the break of the trend. So this guy right here. So you just go ahead and take your little tool here, your little fib, draw it on there. And what you want to do is you want to see price break the 2-7 and come down and respect this area right here. Okay. And then that is showing you that you just got into a full-blown reversal. All right. Now this one did a double bottom. Obviously, well, I don't know. Let's draw it out. So this is obviously our area here. Yeah, see? It never broke the 2-7. So this wouldn't have been considered a reversal in my eyes. Finally, it did over here. And look, it respected this zone. See that? So it didn't happen when we wanted it to happen, but it happened. This was a Monday, and it happened on a Tuesday, Wednesday. It finally left. Well, Thursday and Friday, it finally left. But it came back down and retested that zone. Okay. And then did it again and went on full on reverse. So here's another one. Let's see if this one does it. Right. Okay. I'm going to click a trend break. Well, I mean, I would consider that an obvious, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I would consider this an obvious drop down and back up, right? Or you could just go with this one. It breaks and then retests. It drops down again, but I doubt it. I mean, if you're looking at this right here, jumps down, it breaks through and comes down, or it breaks through, comes down and goes back up again. We'll look at where it comes back later and retests. So you just got to be objective about this drop right here. Like, is this the one that you're wanting to see? Try it out. Scalp this until you break another high, right? Like scalp it as buys until this. See how this breaks the high, and then go. Okay, yeah, all right. I'm cool with going for the full swing, right? But that is the way you can see if you're getting into a full on reversal after a trend break. So I just wanted to show this little simple trend strategy. Here is the fib retracement settings to get it to look like that. Then you can just actually save as whatever, and you can save those settings and have it. But yeah, there you go. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I do read them. I do respond to them. If you would like to trade live with us, you can just go to our website and sign up for a free trial, and actually come in and see what the Hunters Club is all about. If not, cool. Just, hope you do well. And if you have any questions, again, just write them in the comments, and appreciate it if you would like this video and help the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.